Brian McFadden, Dallas Cowboys Training Camp 2026. Now I'm being joined by Cowboys starting linebacker DeMarvion Overshown here joining me. Training camp, man. Once again, another year around the sun, man.
Yes,
how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Look, this is the healthiest I done been, and I feel like all my careers of football, so that's a plus already. I'm ready to get to it. My body.
Speaking of your health, you're confident, clearly, right? So what should fans expect to see from you knowing that you're 100% healthy?
Man, a leader. You know, I done felt like I done been through a lot of adversity earlier on in my career, so I've battled back from so many obstacles already. So they can expect, you know, a warrior on the field leading the troops.
And talking about an obstacle, your new defensive coordinator, Coach Parker, threw a little audible into you guys' first practice, the green dot situation. Of course, you're the green dot guy,
yes, sir.
So you get the communication from the coach on the sideline, and you had some communication issues, right? How surprising was that for you, and how did you handle that?
It was actually pretty surprising, and to be honest, I didn't know that is what happened until like yesterday. I was getting interviewed and they talked about it, and I was like, oh, so now I see what he was doing. I was like, no way, my guy Bucky, you know, he ain't had a helmet straight, but it just shows the work that we put in the offseason.
Yeah.
You know, we had meetings about, okay, if you don't get the call from me, if we in this package, like, these are our go-to calls. And, you know, I was just on it. Like I said, I've been preparing for this spot, you know, since I came in the league. I knew one day it was going to come where I was looked to as the leader of the defense. I was going to be calling the calls, and the other 10 on the field was going to be looking at me to get them in the right position. So I love the fact that he putting me in situational football positions already earlier on in camps, because when it comes, you know, February 14th, 2027, like, we don't need to worry about if I'm going to have the right play.
No question. I love it. And talking about the defense, man, you got a few new additions of Coach Parker and Caleb Downs, right?
Yes, sir.
What your early impressions of Caleb have been what?
Man, he's a dog. You can't even call him a rookie, man. He's just a dog. He's a ball player. Wherever you look up and the ball's there, he's gonna be around it. So, you know, that's already a plus. I love a guy that, you know, if I'm racing to the ball, he right there next to me, then I can already tell his love for the game. But, you know, he takes every day as a new opportunity to get better. And like I said, we're not even looking at him as a rookie. We're looking at him as a guy that's going to change this defense around, going to change the culture. You know, he don't win at every level of football. You know, we talk, we joke, but he don't win at every level of football. So we're looking for him to bring that into our locker room as well.
Now, before I let you go, before we got on camera, we had a little history that we disclosed with each other. Me being a Florida State guy, we almost had him. We almost had him in Tallahassee. Of course, he stayed home, played for Texas. And with that being said, I want to do a blind ranking game with you of Texas Longhorn greats football, right? So it's going to be 5 spots.
Yes, sir.
Blind ranking, you put, when I throw out a name, so you give you a name, you put them, it can be 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5.
Gotcha.
Right?
This is going to be hard.
Yes, it's going to be hard. First name, Colt McCoy.
I love Colt. Colt was always around when I was in school. I'm gonna put Colt. I'm gonna put Colt at 3.
That's good.
That's real good.
Yeah, no question. Yeah. All right. Derek Johnson.
That's DJ. That's my guy. That's my guy. And a former linebacker, the GOAT out of Texas. I'm gonna put him 2. I'm gonna put him 2.
All right. Ricky Williams.
Come on. See, this is where you get me in trouble. Like,
y'all got a lot of greats.
Because I know some more coming. Yeah. I know some more coming, and I know my number 1. So I'm gonna put Ricky at 4, which is those 2, 3, 4, and 5 is like, I got you.
All right. Next, Earl Campbell.
That's number 1. That's Mr. Tyler Rose.
Okay.
You know, I grew up Earl Campbell, got the hot links. You know, he all over Brookshire's. That's my number 1. You know, he was one of the reasons why I wanted to go to Texas.
Well, we got one more name though. There's only one more
and
spot.
That's the thing.
We got one more name. We got one more spot. VY, Vince Young.
Look, and that's another guy that can be my number 1 too. Cause me and VY is like this. Like, that is my dog. But I only got one more spot.
You only got one more spot. And that's the 5th spot.
See, that's where you're gonna get me in trouble. But really, all of them are number 1s to me.
And I'll say this: I think Vince would be okay knowing that Earl took number 1.
Yeah. And everybody else 2, 3, 4, and 5 can interchange.
This is a list.
But my number 1 that's just Mr. Tyler Rose. That's where I'm from.
VY, you took the 5th spot.
I'm sorry.
It's a tough list. It's a tough list. A lot of greats, man. Brian McFadden now being joined by Dallas Cowboys star wide receivers, man. My dog, George Pickens, year 2. out here at Oxnard, man. How you doing? How you feeling?
I feel good, man. I feel good. I feel great knowing that, it's a new group of guys. It's a new change. Everybody else is, learning new things and a new mindset. So I feel good.
And speaking of feeling good, man, I feel good because watching you do what you do, man, I'm a big fan of you, man.
Yeah.
And you really have
appreciate
excelled at your job. And coming into this season, of course, the talk of the town was contract opportunity.
Yeah.
Right? They hit you with the tag, but you're here working like the ultimate professional, man.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about for you?
Just really, kind of like you said, just working and playing football and being a professional was kind of the first mindset that I always had before any type of contract talk. So when that got settled and got handled, I was already ready to go and ready to roll.
Yeah, and Jerrry Jones came out and said he would love for you to be a lifer.
I know.
Have that star on your helmet forever. Hearing that coming from Jerrry Jones, man, how did that make you feel?
Super good, just knowing that the guys that I know here now is super cool. I already made a bond with them. So hearing that from him, just super excited. I'm pretty sure the other guys love to hear that too.
Oh, no question. I know CD loves hearing that. He said he want to play with you forever.
I know.
And the same can be said for Dak Prescott. Is there a certain number that you would love to be able to hear come from your agent in terms of contract that you'd be like, yeah, let's get it done? Or
definitely something that the other guys are getting, you know what I mean? Because that's all I can really look forward to.
yeah,
I can't,
in that neighborhood?
Yeah, I can't really ask for nothing too crazy, but just what I see. So definitely somewhere where the other guys are getting.
Yeah, and when you talk about other guys, of course, Madden came out. Madden had you overall at an 88. That's an issue.
Yeah.
Right? And there's no way in the world this man's supposed to be in the 80s. That's number one. But number two, they kind of showed you some love. Spectacular catch. They gave you a 98, right? So when you think back to the outstanding year you had last year, what was probably your best catch or play?
I'll probably say the Philly game.
The Philly game.
When I caught pass over 2 dudes, and we made a comeback, so
Yeah.
super important. So
Yeah, and do you remember the route you ran?
I ran like a deep corner. Yeah, like a deep corner route, and he threw it up, gave me a chance, made the play.
I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite ones, the Carolina one. Like you were just floating. Like that play in Carolina, man, was unbelievable. The thing about you, when you make these great catches, you just do it with ease. It just happened just naturally.
I've been doing it for so long. I've been playing football, contact football, since I was 4 years old. So all the stuff you guys see on the field, the catches, the routes, the break tackle, has kind of been in me for a long time.
It is.
Yeah.
We going back to Georgia.
Yeah.
The one you did in practice, I remember.
I made a catch at Georgia that was crazier probably than anything. Then I made a catch at the Steelers.
Cleveland.
That was insane. So
Insane.
It's kind of been in me to make crazy catches.
So safe to say, Matt, next time he should have 100 spectacular catches.
Exactly.
GP, before I let you go, I want to play a game with you, right? I know you know the wide receiver position through and through. You guys are a great duo here in Dallas, so I want to play this or that, right? I'm going to throw out a list of wide receiver names. You got to pick which duo you would take, right? The first duo, Anquan Bolden, Larry Fitzgerald, or Ocho Cinco, TJ Husmanzada.
Anquan and Larry.
Okay, Anquan and Larry. They advance to the next round. Next, Anquan, Larry Fitz, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne.
I say definitely Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne. Shout out to Peyton, too.
Yeah, quarterback means something, right? All right. Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, or George Pickens, CD Lamb.
Me and CD, definitely.
Okay. George Pickens, CD Lamb, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Hope.
Me and CD.
CD, GP, Randy Moss, Chris Carter.
Me and CD.
GP, CD. Now we're going to bring it to the here and now. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins.
Me and CD.
Safe to say the best duo in the NFL wide receivers reside in Dallas.
Yes, sir.
Currently in Oxnard.
Yes, sir.
GP, thank you for joining me, man.
I appreciate
Pleasure.
you, man.
Appreciate you. Bryant McFadden now being joined by 11-year vet, starting defensive tackle of the Dallas Cowboys, Kenny Clark, joining me here. You're back in the Star once again, getting ready for another upcoming season, man. When you talk about the vibes, man, how have the vibes been for you and your team in totality?
Yeah, the vibe's been really high. I think everybody's been intentional about the days, just coming in just with the right mindset and dominating the days. Practice has been great. It's been a physical camp so far, and we even had the pads on yet. So just excited about what we got going on, and the guys being intentional about everything.
And talking about being intentional, as you guys create the foundation for this upcoming season, you have to have leadership, not just on the football field, but off the football field. And I heard you're part of the Leadership Council. So tell us a little bit about your responsibilities being a part of the Leadership Council and how that came about for you.
Really, it's just a bunch of guys that's just trying to help this team be better. Just having a relationship with Shadi, relaying the message back down to the team. Helping them understand, where we're trying to go and where we're trying to get to, it's just a blessing. It's a blessing for me to be a part of it, because it's a bunch of great players, a bunch of guys that's been playing in the league for a long time, and just a lot of talent in that room, and guys that we're gonna definitely need and depend on to take us to the promised land.
And talking about talent in the room, the defensive tackle room has an abundance of talent. You, Quentin Williams, how has it been playing alongside of him, knowing that he's a dominating force just like yourself? Do you guys kind of have little hidden secrets in between the flow of a game, like, yo, Q, you go this direction, I'm gonna go here? How has it been?
Man, it's been a blessing for me to be able to play with Q. I've been saying all year, really, he's a complete defensive tackle. He plays the run really well, pass rushes really well, and then he's smart, man. He knows how to communicate. He understands the game. And that's what you want in a defensive tackle, and he's the complete package. And for me to be able to play with him, and bring my talents along with him, it's gonna be awesome.
Is it safe to say you guys should be one of the best defensive tackle duos in the National Football League?
Oh, for sure. That's the mindset every year. We gotta. It's gonna be a lot, on our shoulders, this year, and we gotta play ball at a high level for sure.
Before I let you go, Kenny, I know before you became a Packer, before you became a Cowboy, you were a Bruin, right?
Yep,
UCLA Bruin, right? So if you can give me your Mount Rushmore of UCLA athletes, doesn't matter the sport, athletes, top four,
man,
Mount
you
Rushmore.
putting me on the spot.
Mount Rushmore. Top four.
Man, top four.
Yeah. Any sport.
I play with him, so I'm gonna go Miles Jack. He's elite.
Versatile.
Yeah,
he
versatile.
did a lot.
He did a lot. And linebacker.
Yeah.
You gotta go Jackie. I forget my guy that played tennis, but he's a legend. It's tough. It's tough. I ain't gonna lie.
You can go Lou Alcindor, right?
Yeah.
Kareem,
yeah. Forget the basketball too. Yeah, you got
You
Russell Westbrook.
got
Kareem,
Westbrook. You got
Kevin Love played there.
Kevin Love.
Yeah,
you got a lot of hoopers.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a lot of hoopers.
Yeah, it was
so you guys, you know what? Help Kenny figure out the last one. How about that? But Kenny, appreciate you joining me, man. Best of luck to
Yes,
you and
sir.
your teammates.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Brian McFadden now being joined by Dallas Cowboys starting tight end Jake Ferguson. Jake, first and foremost, before we get into this great conversation we're about to have, I had you on two of my fantasy teams. Bruh, you
appreciate that. A couple times I let you down, but I got
it was a few
got
times
you.
in the red zone where Dak just was going the other direction. And the thing about fantasy, you become a bit a me person.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I understand I love GP, I love CD, but when I had Jake on my team, I want you to get all the targets, but you did a great job, man. A heck of a season a year ago. And a really good offseason, to say the least, right?
Oh, yeah.
You just got married, right? You got married, you got a dog, you got a puppy, man. How has the marriage life been for you so far? And what's the name of your dog? What kind of dog do you have?
So got a golden retriever. First got married, my best friend Haley. Greatest day of my life. Had a great wedding, had a great turnout, had a bunch of the guys over. Just had a great time down there in Miami. And then, a couple of weeks later, we ended up getting a little golden retriever puppy. His name's Boozer.
Boozer.
Yep.
Okay.
He's a good little dog right now. He's biting her a lot up there right now. He's in his little velociraptor stage. But so I keep getting the little calls, and so how do I stop him from biting, stuff like that. But no, he's great. Life is great right now. Off season was great.
Yeah.
excited to get out here though with the fellas and get it going.
And not only has the offseason been great in terms of your relationship, also socially, right? I heard that you and your beautiful wife Haley, you guys have become a great TikTok duo, right? So tell us a little bit about your TikTok lifestyle, because she makes these sandwiches and you have to rank them, correct?
Oh yeah. So she's been on TikTok for a while now, kind of one of those trailblazers. But yeah, so one day she's like, man, I want to be a good wife and make you a sandwich. I was like, okay. And then she made it, and I just set my phone up and started reviewing it. And she goes, oh yeah, we got a series here.
Really?
And I was like, well, what do you want me to do? She goes, just talk to the phone and just be you. So we just start making sandwiches. She'll prank me a couple times. But no, there's been really good. Steady incline. She had a chicken bacon ranch one right before I left. It was like Texas toast. It was pretty phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah. So they were pretty good.
Would you say that was the best sandwich you've tasted, or there's another one that kind of sticks out to you?
Yeah, the first one she ever made was just like a nice ham sandwich, and I'm a big fan of ham sandwich. But no, this chicken bacon ranch one she made was pretty unbelievable. And then she'll like to prank me sometimes. So she brought out one with, I'm from Wisconsin, but I've never heard of this. She brought out just one piece of like toast with uncooked beef on it and like something else on top, and it's like a carnivore sandwich or something. And I was like, there's no way I'm eating that. And she luckily had another sandwich, but nah, we like to have fun with it.
Well, shouts out to you and Haley. Of course, if you TikTok lovers out there, make sure you tune in to Jake and his beautiful wife Haley when it comes to the sandwich test, right? Last thing I want to talk to you about this offense. Last year you guys were unbelievable, right? Great offense. You look at another year together with GP and the rest of the guys. The expectations for you guys are pretty high, I think, right? And your star quarterback, Dak Prescott, came up with a nickname for your offense, Gotti, right? G-O-T-I. Can you tell us what does it mean and how did that nickname come about?
Yeah, so Gotti stands for greatest offense there is. And, you know, that starts top down. I mean, Dak, the leader of this team, the leader of this offense, I don't know how many other quarterbacks are getting the whole receiving core out on a throwing trip to, you know, we went to Park City, but it's everybody included that we had 100% turnout. All the rookies came. Wow. It was a great time. And it's not just, you know, we're out there working. We're also building that brotherhood that we're trying to, you know, build on each and every day. But we knew what we can do. We have all these weapons. We got GP, we got Terp, we got CD, we got Tay in the backfield.
Javonte
yeah, we
Williams.
got four being the mailman that he is. We got the big dudes up front. We got so many weapons, and like honestly, we sit here and we're like, man, we don't have a ceiling. Like we were good last year. We got so much we had to clean up even going into this offseason, and looking at it and like, man, we're good, but like we can do so much more. Each guy can do so much more. And, you know, it's exciting, but at the end of the day, it comes down to execution.
There you have it. There you have it. And you heard what he said. They have no ceiling. So if you've never seen a convertible house before, now you're looking at a convertible house. They have no ceiling over their roof, man. But, Jake, man, thank you for joining me. Get some T-shirts made. Gotti. Like, we're doing pregame warm-up when you guys warming up, man. So let everybody know, man, this is a nickname that you guys earn. Earns, right? That's the key thing.
I was trying to have them pronounce it goatee, and then we all get goatees.
Oh, goatee.
They shut that down pretty quick.
No question. Jake, thank you for joining me, man. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys are back in Oxnard with plenty of expectations. No shortage of confidence as well, as Jerrry Jones says believing this team can compete for a Super Bowl is not a reach. His words, while Dak Prescott says he's embracing those championship expectations as well. You add in a new defensive coordinator and some intriguing offseason additions. There is plenty to watch in Dallas. Joining us live after practice from Oxnard is our own Bryant McFadden. B-Mac, always great to have you. Thanks for taking a moment to join us. I want to start there with what we just heard from Jerry Jones, who says it's, quote, not a reach to believe this team can go on to contend for a title. We've heard this before. Dak Prescott isn't backing away from Super Bowl expectations either. So after what you've seen early on here in camp, do you get that sense that this team is truly built to compete for a championship?
Why not, Jordan? Why not? Offensively, they were a juggernaut a year ago. And now when you look at coming back once again with some of the key contributors right back with this offense, they should be much improved. Again, they should be explosive. They should be consistent. It's all about the defense. I think the defense will improve. Granted, the bar is extremely low based on how bad they were last year. So the only direction for them to go is up. But I think they will. When you look at Christian Parker, who we will talk about, implemented his new defensive structure, the mentality, guys are flying around. They have improved the personnel on all three levels of the defense. Why not? And to back Jerry's statement, we're now living in a world where we saw the Indiana Hoosiers win a national championship on the football field. We just saw the New York Knicks, get rid of a 50-plus year hiatus of championship-like aspirations and winning a championship. So if you're the Dallas Cowboys, if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan and just watching what we all witnessed throughout sports, why not?
This is true. You're spitting facts. I can't push back on that. That's for sure. And they did make some moves this offseason to take yet another step forward to that. So when you kind of look at the Cowboys offseason, BMAC as a whole, what move do you believe will have maybe the biggest impact this upcoming season?
Of course, it's Caleb Downs, who they selected in the first round. We know the versatility he has at his disposal has been well documented throughout his collegiate time at Alabama, at Ohio State. Bringing him into this defense, you instantly get an impactful player, not just in the passing game, but what he means in run support as well. And they're expecting big things from Caleb. And talking to some of his teammates on the defensive side, the early impressions of Caleb Downs have been real impressive. They really like what they've seen from the rookie. He's really become extremely active in this defense, and they don't consider him the rookie, even though by year-wise he is a rookie, but they feel like he is a veteran-type player because he's far ahead of the game when you look at some of the other rookies that have come through this organization. So I think he's going to have a huge impact early on for this defense, and for them to get to where they need to go, that's something that will be a necessity.
And he knows what it takes to go on to win a championship. Also, there's just the way he carries himself. I'm glad that you pointed that out, because he doesn't carry himself like he's a rookie. He's obviously hearing the voice of a new defensive coordinator and Christian Parker, who's taken over this defense this season. What are you hearing about maybe his style and what he's hoping to bring, and maybe what's the biggest challenge you think he has ahead of him?
Swing and ask questions later. Swing first, ask questions later. That's the mentality. This will be a striking group. The mentality is a lot different. They're tougher. They're trying to set the tone in the trenches, led by Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark, and everybody else is flowing to the football. That's the mentality, and that's what has been echoed here in Oxnard. Around, moving on the football field, treat it like a street crumb and you're an ant, and there's 1,000 ants attacking the football. That's what they're trying to establish here, and I can't wait to see it play out in a consistent way once the season starts.
Yeah, same here. Before we get your prediction on the Cowboys win total, I got to ask you, because I understand you had an opportunity to talk with a lot of players after practice today. Tell us who and what really stood out.
Well, I spoke with Kenny Clark. I spoke with Overshown. Those guys are really, really excited about the defense. I had an opportunity to speak with Jake Ferguson. Oh, by the way, he just got married. They have a puppy, him and his wife Haley, a golden retriever. I think the dog name is Boozer. He's a TikTok phenom. He also revealed to me that Dak Prescott created a new nickname for the offense based on their production from a year ago. Greatest offense there is. That's the nickname of the offense. Greatest offense there is. And they're living by that, and they will stand on that the entire season. Also had an opportunity to talk with George Pickens. He basically said him and CeeDee Lamb, they're the best duo of wide receivers in the National Football League. Argue or debate with your mama. That's what he said. So these guys are fired up, man. The weather is great. The vibes are great here. I can't wait to see exactly what this team will have in store once the regular season starts.
All right, good vibes. Let's put a bow on this. Vegas has the Cowboys win total set at 9.5 BMAC. Which way are you leaning? Is this a team you see getting into double-digit wins and making the playoffs, or are you taking the under?
I'm looking up. That means I'm going up. I'm taking the over.
Okay.
I'm taking the over.
All
I'm
right.
taking the over. I think this will be a double-digit win team, and here's why. If we believe we will see the same type of production from the offense that we saw a year ago, that means they will score points. They will be clearly north of 28 points per ball game, potentially 27, north of 27, right? And if we believe the defense will improve, right? And I'm not saying they have to be a lights out type of defense, the monsters of the midway or the steel curtain type defense. They just got to get timely stops that will give their offense extra possessions. That's an improvement, right? So I think those things will become a reality for this team this season. And within their division, Jordan, of course, you still have to respect the Philadelphia Eagles. You don't know exactly what you're going to get from the Giants, even though I do believe they will be a better team. The same can be said for the Commanders. I like the Cowboys in their division. So if you can do damage and take care of your divisional business, you will be in a position to have a successful season. And the over when it comes to their season total at 9 and a hook.
All right, sounds good to me. Vibes are high, so are the expectations, coming from our own Bryant McFadden, who joins us here on CBS Sports HQ. Always great to see you, my friend.